करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते। दीपो ज्योति परब्रह्म दीपज्योति जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीप नमोस्तुते। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थितः नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थितः नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः।
Rini that we don't know?
Rini was a very private person. Not many people know much about her anyway. In a day, she would work for about 9 hours in a day after she left the university. She was a professor and head of the painting department for 6-7 years. But before that also she taught for 20 years. So after she gave up the job, she left the job because she wanted to paint. She almost worked 10 hours a day. And we, being in small town, we all have large houses, large studios. You know, if one wants to do it in Mumbai, it's impossible. So we have, fortunately, you'll see it in the show. You'll see our house and the studio and everything. So we both were fortunate to have had this.
So when we will be seeing an exhibition of your works now?
I don't know. I'm not really so keen. I'm a printmaker. I don't paint very much. Sometimes I'm not in such a large gallery. I need a much smaller gallery. I will sometime. Thank you. Thanks.
Feel having the retro here.
अरे इससे रियली सोच नहीं सकते कि इतना सुंदर और पहली बार इतना बढ़िया शो रिनी धूमल जी का रेट्रो का तैयार करना 2 साल से लगे थे। बीच में कोरोना टाइम में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हुआ, लेकिन जिस सोच में इस तरह का शो डिज़ाइन करना, उसको क्यूरेट करना और उसको अब एक छोटे छोटे एंगल से भी देखेंगे ना, उसका लाइटिंग से शुरू करके उसका प्लेसमेंट, एक एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट करना, इतने बढ़िया शो शायद एनजीएम में एक सबसे अच्छा शो में एक शो है, तो उसका बारे में क्या बोले।
आपने पर्सनली बहुत मेहनत की है इस शो पे, फ्रॉम वर्किंग विथ हर टू वर्किंग विदाउट हर, तो हाउ वाज दैट जर्नी?
एक्चुअली थोड़ा पेनफुल है, क्योंकि उनका साथ जब डायलॉग हो रहा था कि मेरा स्कल्पचर ऐसे रहेगा, मेरा पेंटिंग ऐसे रहेगा, मेरा प्रिंट मेकिंग ऐसे, सारी चीज़ को वो खुद बताते थे और लिखते थे। और एक उनका सोच था कि आप कैसे प्रेजेंट करना चाहते हैं। मैंने उनको बताया नहीं था कि मैंने इस तरह का सोच रहा हूँ। चौसठी जुगनी जो एक राउंड स्पेस में होता है, आप उड़ीसा जाएंगे 64 जुगनी मंदिर मिलेगा, मध्य प्रदेश में भी यहाँ पर छत्तीसगढ़ में भी है। तो एक इस तरह का स्पेस मेरा पास था, मैं इनको बताया नहीं था। और मेरा इच्छा था कि उसमें इस तरह का एक एटमॉस्फेयर हो जहाँ लोग बैठे उसको फील करें और उनका पेंटिंग का जो प्रभाव, जो शक्ति जिसको बोलते हैं, उसका आभास मिले। सिर्फ पेंटिंग देखना नहीं, लेकिन वो जाने का बाद अभी जो मैं सोचा था कि उनको बताने के लिए, उस टाइम बता नहीं पाया था। लेकिन ये सारे प्लान मेरा दिमाग में चल रहा था कि एक आर्टिस्ट को 21st सेंचुरी में कैसे प्रेजेंट करना चाहिए, जो हमारी रूट को जाके काम कर रहे हैं, हमारी धरोहरों को लेके काम कर रहे हैं। वो कहाँ बाहर से कुछ चीज़ नहीं लिया, सारी चीज़ को हम 21st सेंचुरी में कैसे, क्योंकि कॉन्टेम्परेरी आर्टिस्ट जो होते हैं वो इंस्टॉलेशन बनाते हैं, प्रॉपर तैयार करते हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने इस तरह का कुछ सोचा भी नहीं होगा कि हम उस तरीका की जो एंगल में वो सोचे नहीं वो उसी एंगल में हम प्रेजेंट किए। तो ये दोनों थोड़ा कंट्रास्ट है, मैंने बताया नहीं और जो अभी बना लिया, मेरे को अभी थोड़ा गिल्टी फील होता है कि ये अगर मैं थोड़ा और बताना था, शायद उनका सोल को थोड़ा वो शांति मिलना था। जो बात
आपने जो बनाया सर, उससे तो मेरे को लगता है उनकी सोच यही है।
हाँ, उनका सोच वही था। और लेकिन वो रूप कैसे होगा किसको पता नहीं था। हमने इधर भाग रहे हैं, पिलर ला रहे हैं, मतलब उसको क्या राहुल को भेज रहा हूँ जाके पिलर, मैंने कहाँ ढूंढ के सारी तैयार किया। और बात है कि आर्ट पीस ऐसे हैंग कर देना कोई भी उसको कर लेता है, लेकिन उसका एक एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट करना वो बहुत बड़ी बात है। आप उसके अंदर आएंगे, वाह, मेरे को वही था कि नहीं, वो फील करे उसको। और ये बात भी मेरे को आज मिला है। सुबह मैं घूम रहा था सारी चीज़, और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि इजीली मैंने बना, पूरा फैमिली का सपोर्ट, हाँ MGM का स्टाफ का सपोर्ट और प्रॉपर हमारा टेक्नीशियन जो लाइट, मैं जो सोच रहा हूँ कि इसी फ्रेम का अंदर लाइट होना चाहिए, बाहर नहीं जाने, वो बहुत फोकस है, यही देखना है। तो ये सारी चीज़ ऊपर वाला के भी मदद होता है और हम यहाँ तक पहुँच गए।
आज कैसे लग रहा है सर एग्जीबिशन?
और मैं तो बहुत खुश हूँ और लेकिन रिनी जी को मिस करता हूँ कि उनका प्रेजेंस में अगर ये होना था शायद उनका 20 साल लाइफ बढ़ जाना था, मैं सोच रहा हूँ, लेकिन वो हो नहीं पाया और उसके लिए थोड़ा अजीब सा लगा। लेकिन शो के लिए मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और इतने बड़े शो और इतने बढ़िया ढंग से मुंबई में MGM में इतना सुंदर शो हुआ, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ जी। थैंक यू।
Rini and I, even though there was a big age difference between us, she was an amazing friend, and she was one of those who would be friendly with any age group. I was one of those who would be friendly with any age group, and she and I hit it off so well. We were always room partners at every art workshop that we went to. She was always very, very giving. She was the most prolific artist. She did any number of works and she would just give it out to us friends. I have a whole lot of work of hers too, and I have bought from her. She has gifted me, and she was a fantastic artist. She was a workaholic. She and I used to have crazy shopping trips together. We used to like the same things, and she enjoyed life, I enjoyed life, and we had great fun together.
How does it feel being here at the Retrospective? The works are so beautiful, the lighting is so intense, the ambience feels nice.
I think lighting is what makes the show really, spectacular. Rini's work, of course, is beautiful, but this lighting has made it really beautiful and more beautiful. And her colors were such. She had that Shakti in her work. That's why it's titled Shakti, I think. So Shakti in the lighting and Shakti in the ambience, the way the show has been displayed. There's a lot of effort. The family has put in their bit, and the NGMA has done wonders this time. I just
This collection of paintings.
yes. Rolling?
Yes, you also have the Rini's collection of paintings.
Yes.
Tell us about your experiences.
I've been a collector of Rini's work since I was very, very young. And an interesting anecdote, once I wanted to buy an entire show, and the gallery owner said to me, "You're so young." I was in my early 20s, just back from an education in America. And I said, "Yes, I'll buy the whole show." I still have all the works. I have close to 35 to 40 works of Rini. We shared a very special relationship, and when I orchestrated an auction for underprivileged children, I had celebrities painting with famous artists. I chose Rini, so I went and lived in her home for 5 days, and we painted in her studio. I don't know how many people have had such a magical relationship with her, but it was a very intimate, magical experience where I actually painted, and she was known for her printing blocks. So we actually took the blocks and she showed me her techniques, and I'm a very passionate devotee of the goddess, and she painted the goddess, so we did the goddess painting together. And when I commissioned a Lakshmi from her and a Kamadhenu, which you know is one of her favorite subjects, my mother had a dream of a white owl, and I requested her to include the white owl in the Lakshmi painting. So I have those works, they're very special to me. I was telling her daughter Radhika right now that Rini will never go away for me. For me, I mean, this is a very touching and a beautiful experience, but she's immortal. She's immortal in her works, she's immortal in her limited edition collections, which I have. The Book of Cambodia, the Silk Route, and Burma. And I am surrounded by her, so Rini is immortal for me, and I can never say goodbye.
I really feel very excited, and I am so happy to see so many works together. Rini was always a great friend and guide to us, and I have traveled with her all over the world. She has been to many camps with me, and she is such a guide and such a great person. and this is a fantastic show. I really loved it.
Any particular experience with Rini you can share with us?
Yeah, she was a great shopper. She was very fond of shopping. She used to go with my wife and Brinda and all these. And we have traveled more than half of the world together. And we had such a great time, and I can never forget. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Take on this today's art walk of Rini. Just tell us about it.
I am Vijay Babadi. I worked with Rini ma'am, and Rini ma'am and Dhumal used to be my teachers and colleagues, and later become friends group. And she was one of the very hardworking artists. Actually, one could witness this show. Actually, that is best example to say that actually. But she is always fascinated, for any medium. Actually, there is no medium such that she never tried her hand, in that. So she always, worked in all the media. So most of the mediums examples are here actually.
That's got nothing to do with.
We don't know.
It's too emotional a moment for me actually to think, but I think what people didn't know is that she was extremely committed to her forms of art that she picked up, and it was any, from terracotta to paints, any medium she picked up. And I think as a child I saw with the ease in which she would change from one medium to the other, and with such ease create the form she wanted to create. I think that is something very rare I haven't seen in many artists. Of course, very traditional in terms of contemporary Indian art, but I think she was definitely an artist by every means. And I think she was overly emotional kind of person. She loved traveling. She used to sketch a lot, and on site. There are not many artists who can now sketch on site, which she did. And we have all seen her do it. And I think she was a great cook. I don't know if many people know, but she was one great cook. And she did what she could best throughout her life, and worked really, really hard. Me as a child was dragged in every thing that she did, and I think I'm blessed that I went through that
How does it feel being in the retro today, and you're missing your mom because she should have been here and it's been a year?
Yes. I'm grateful that it has come through, and I'm grateful to the NGMA, the Director General, especially Advait Garnaik. I do feel now that her soul, I hope, rests in peace, and she actually did a lot of work throughout for a show which wasn't supposed to be a retro but turned out to be one. So she went too early, and I'm very sad about it. Thank you.
So tell us about your experiences with Rini.
As an artist, I started coming here to see the exhibition. When I saw the exhibition, when I saw this place, I remember that during my college time, I used to come here to see the performance. Earlier, this was an opera house. So I used to see some dance program, sit on the bench and do the dancer sketching. That kind of relation I had since a long time in the NGA. And I like this place very much from my college time. And after some years back, I got an opportunity to become a chairman of this NGA. So being a chairman, to see many artists work, see their work, and invite them to have an exhibition here. It was a very different kind of experience, with the senior artists to communicate and talk about their work and see their work. But I heard their experience about their work. It was very good opportunity as a actor, as an artist, because I could interact with them. So it was beautiful experience. And now this exhibition which we mounted, we did a lot of hard work because completely the picture of this exhibit will change and the lighting completely is changed. Earlier it was a simple lighting, like we have a JamVwal gallery, so the lighting was like a JamVwal gallery. So we didn't want to have that kind of gallery or exhibition here. So we changed the walls, we changed completely lights, and the way we display, you can see the work individually and you can enjoy it. You can see the colors, detail, you can see the detail forms. So this is how we enjoy the exhibition.
Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
And this in India, we have very few galleries. In Delhi, one gallery, Bangalore and Bombay. Only we have 3 galleries. Now the India is such a large country. At least we should have 7 galleries all over India. 7 also is too less, because I traveled some European countries, I went to South Korea. South Korea, every town, they have at least 2 this type of museums. Each town. Korea is a so small country. It's like a Maharashtra. The small country has so many galleries, so many museums. We have only 3. Our country is so large. There are so many artists are here. They don't get opportunity to have an exhibition in such kind of gallery, museum. So we need at least 7, minimum 7. I was some months back we had a meeting in Delhi. There also I discussed. I said that we have 27 states. We need 27 museums. So all artists and every artist from the state, they can have an opportunity to have an exhibition. This is what we expect as an artist. Otherwise, where we can show our work? It's very difficult. JamVwal Art Gallery, you have to wait at least minimum 5 years, to get the gallery to have a exhibition. So this is the problem. We are trying, to convince the government to make many more museums so we can have a exhibition.
Thank you, sir. With Rini, what is it that you remember most fondly for?
What I remember most fondly about her, she was a very warm person. So the attachment she created with people, and especially I think I was definitely very close to her. It was like, as I was saying earlier also, that she was sometimes like my mother, she was sometimes like my friend, sometimes, teacher, she was there for that short time, but after that it was like, sometimes that friendliness, and sometimes suddenly that motherly, this thing. So that was so amazing that you just feel that connection. For me, it was a very great and very deep connection.
How does it feel today being in this retrospective? It's so beautiful and yet she is not there to be with us.
It is very sad that she is not there, she is not able to see. But I think she is happy where she is. She would have loved it. Today if she was here, she would have just really loved it. So I think her soul is here. What meant more? And for me, it was very important that, we've all worked very hard, the team, the whole team, because we all wanted, this is like a tribute from us.
What would she have said had she been here today?
Saying was, I think she was a very relaxed person. So when it's done, then for her, it's like, like how even a work of art, she has created like tremendous body of work, but she would move on from one work to another so quickly, because for her it's the way forward, So if she was here,
this is done, like now what next, you know, would be her, this thing.
Thank you so much.
Rolling.
Center.
Center.
Yes.
Center.
So how does it feel being at Rini Dhumal's exhibition?
I have always heard so much about her from my brother Harmeet, who was in Vadodara for 20 years, about Rini ji, about P.D. Dhumal sir, and the contribution they made to the Vadodara art scene. And today, connecting all that I heard and Radhika's beautiful comment that if the soul of an artist resides in every painting, I think I could recreate her whole life in a whole magical flash and connect all the parts of her soul into one beautiful painting from the show. It was really wonderful. Obviously, the change in the lighting format in the NGMA also helped augment the whole experience. Wonderful. I just hope people flock to the show over the next month or so while it's there.
Rini Dhumal is a very big name in the Indian contemporary art, and I had the privilege of meeting her once, some years back, and her works are very earthy, and she never glamorizes any god, goddess or any object. She is very down to earth, very honest, and absolutely the aesthetics which of very high order, and it's very rare to come across an artist like her, and her body of work, which is now being displayed at the National Gallery of Modern Art, and this is a very prestigious institution of Mumbai, and I am witness to its inauguration when Jahangir Sabawala and a lot of very eminent people, Dr. Sari Doshi and a lot of eminent people of Mumbai who contributed to the formation of this gallery, and today it is a real great joy to have a space like this where Rini Dhumal's work, where Pablo Picasso, and name the artists, Subramaniam, and all these great artists, I think they have been shown here. Tagore also, and Amrita Shetty, and quite a lot of India's artists who live in India, also abroad. You know, like this is the space which is this is ultimate. You know, in India, where an artist dreams, or the people of the family of the artist, they dream of having a show in a venue like this. And today, her daughter, she no more. I didn't know about it, but today I came to know. But in her absence, a lot of people have contributed to put up a show like this. So I'm amazed actually by the grand show they have put it up. And I thank Anusha for giving me an opportunity to speak about this great artist and a woman artist of India. Thank you, sir.
I knew Rini Dhumal from 1979 in Banaras and Baroda Fine Arts College, and आज का काम देख के ऐसा लगा कि इतना बड़ा शो लंबे समय के बाद 4-5 सालों के बाद डिस्प्ले हुआ है, और हर एक काम इतना खूबसूरत डिस्प्ले हुआ है। वर्क पे जो लाइटिंग हुई है, डिटेलिंग हुई है, वो इतना खूबसूरत हुआ है कि आउट ऑफ इमेजिनेशन हुआ है। थैंक्स टू नगमा, नेशनल गैलरी ऑफ मॉडर्न आर्ट, and thanks to Gannayak who had organized this, and thanks to all the team members who had collected her work and display like a diamond. ये बहुत इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड का डिस्प्ले हुआ है, इसके लिए सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और ये रीनी का कुछ काम मुझे अभी एज ए गिफ्ट किया है उन्होंने, जो देख के ऐसा लग रहा है कि बहुत ही खूबसूरत लाइन ड्राइंग्स जो है कुछ यहाँ पे। थैंक यू।